Use AI instead of a buyer agent? Well, that would save you a lot of money. Let's discuss. Hello, real estate friends. Tracy 𝗃𝗏𝘀𝗂𝗍𝗃, longtime broker, attorney, and consumer advocate here. AI is everywhere in the news. The real estate industry is simply a buzz over a headline recently on Housing Wire about a bot who closed $100 million in home sales. So might AI be cheaper than a buyer agent to help you buy a home? The mainstream media likes the idea, but read that article. I'll link to it in the video description. I think USA Today went a little overboard with its clickbait titles. Not one of the companies interviewed and described in the article think that AI is ready to replace a human agent today, and probably not even in the next 5 years. The article also rightly points out that consumers should be very careful to find out how their personal information is going to be used. The amount of personal and financial information used to buy a home, from bank statements to credit scores and social security numbers, makes this a critical question. And the output of the particular AI tool you use is going to depend greatly on the quality of the data input into the system. I can almost guarantee you, as a past tech company founder, that no tech company is going to be 100% transparent about where they get their data. That would be proprietary information that would allow competitors to one-up them if they were to get a hold of the information. I'm positive they will be very vague and prone to overselling the value of the data in hand. I've already seen this for years in real estate with automated home valuation tools and website bots. Look, I'm no technophobe. I've always loved innovation, and I see a lot to be excited about with AI in the home buying journey. But I also believe that AI is in its infancy, and there is just no way that a layperson who rarely buys a home can use AI and be in a position to judge the output without an expert in the equation. Let me give you an example. There is an agent on YouTube who wants to sell you a course teaching you how to buy a home without an agent. But her idea of sage advice is to tell you to use ChatGPT to read the contract and other legal documents, but to consult an attorney if needed. What? How are you supposed to know if an attorney is needed? And what if you miss the need? That's the dumbest advice ever. I can think of 5 ways off the top of my head how you could incorporate AI into your home buying journey, including enhanced property searches, pricing and valuation metrics, negotiation and offer assistance, predictive analytics for the return on your investment, and virtual Q&A. But this will also require 5 different tools and an expert, like an agent, to put the pieces together in a meaningful way. To read my free report on AI and home buying, find it in my Learning Center at the link on your screen and also in the video description. I talk about the reasons AI is not quite ready yet to be your agent, and I suggest some tools to try with your agent. If you're really into AI, hire an agent who understands it and use it together. But what about the bot who did $100 million in real estate sales? The article is very vague about the details of what constitutes a sale. In fact, the subtitle says that the sales were generated by the bot. I'm just guessing here, but I suspect they don't have an MLS in Portugal, and the bot was simply wading through a ton of data not publicly available and likely just providing listings and handing off the buyer to a live agent when ready to move on with property tours and offers. In the US, we have tons of publicly available databases, and most buyers, in my experience, really like roaming the data themselves, which is why Zillow and Redfin are so extraordinarily popular. In fact, maybe we need a headline that says, "Humans to replace AI in home searches," because if there is ever an AI that really truly knows everything you want in a home, we might need to name him Hal and make a movie about him. Might there come a time in the future when AI replaces buyer agents? Maybe. But in addition to needing to source all the listings, there are a lot of other moving parts that still need to be taught to AI and that AI may never truly be capable of handling, including discretion and local custom. So I don't see any meaningful agent replacement models coming anytime soon. For now, a live agent is still your secret weapon. But in a sea of bad agents, how do you find a good one? I'm so glad you asked. I answer that question in the video on your screen right now. Give it a look and let me know if you agree.